All right, Victor, start us off.
Well, let's begin with the following statement. Joel Embiid, James Harden, y'all bitches, and Angel Reese should be becoming one too.
Oh, I thought the one I said yesterday was bad. These guys are learning from me. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Let's go, baby! Time to roll. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us, which is probably going to require a call from my wife saying, honey, go get me tacos for dinner. On to business. This first hour is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. The dog is here, and so is the hired sword. Old Snowman is here with y'all, and we're going to start by digging into the Fanatics feedback zone.
All right.
As Sick Diggy is here with us, saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And Brandon Dyer chimes in. Brandon, let me know where you're watching from. Brandon Dyer says the Angel Reese hate is crazy. Let me clarify that statement for you from this point of view. The hate against Angel Reese, yes. The criticism of her game is necessary because she has not grown.
Yeah, there has to be a differentiation between hates, because there are people who do legitimately just hate.
Truly.
Yeah,
and that is not allowed. Catlin Clark said it herself. That is not allowed.
Right.
Okay? That is not allowed, nor will it ever be allowed.
But not every criticism is hate either.
No, it's just constructive criticism.
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is, we have seen nothing but a regression of Angel Reese since she got out of LSU and came to the WNBA.
It's like, go ahead.
And the fact is, I was afraid of this after her incredible game against Iowa in the regional championship that Shane and I did.
Yeah.
17 points, 20 rebounds on a bad knee. She injured her knee early in the game, came back, finished the game. I don't think she came out after
No,
that
she
brief
didn't.
timeout where she went out and Kim Mulkey called a timeout to get Angel Reese off the floor. Angel Reese went back in and finished the game. Incredible. Okay. I said that during the broadcast. What I was afraid of, and I was thinking about this morning on the way in, and Jody and I were talking about it, is that Angel Reese has already peaked.
That's
and that's a concern.
It's like we said before. The reason why I'm saying myself, Dog, Snowman, Droid, and anyone else, the reason why we personally have become very hard and critical of Angel Reese is because we know how good she is.
Exactly.
We know how talented she is, and it just has not shown itself in the NBA. I said before, there's going to be growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
This is just her second year.
Mm-hmm.
And she was injured through most of the first year, so part of her first year.
Yeah, tail end of last year, and it's so unfortunate for her because in many ways she was starting to come on at the tail end of the year.
Right. So
and she got injured.
We know how good she is. It's just that we are starting to see a very distressing and unnerving pattern of her kind of letting her social media and outside the court situation starting to slowly creep into what she does on the court.
Which begs your question, Victor, and you've asked it so many times, and it is so true. Is it to the point now where she has to pick a lane?
Yeah.
Her lane should have been basketball from the beginning.
I'll put it in this situation. I know this is going to be a point of contention, but you look at Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Whether you want to say how good he was or not, because I know so many of you followed him more than I did, he had the talent. Good arm, good legs.
Absolutely.
He had the talent. It came to the point where he tried to do the activist stuff and the football stuff, and you see he couldn't handle both. So what do? Do you pick a lane? Do you become more of the football player and let some of your activist stuff slide until you're off the field?
Which is what I thought he'd do.
Exactly.
Which is what I thought he would do, you know. And since we're talking about social activism, Kaepernick had the talent. All right. Saw that at Nevada when he ran that pistol offense of the legendary Chris Ault. Anybody who's not familiar with the pistol offense, look up the name Chris Ault, the longtime coach at the University of Nevada. He designed that system, and Kaepernick was running it to a T. So much so that when he was drafted by San Francisco and Jim Harbaugh became the coach, they designed the offense around that. Unfortunately, and here's another advantage that Colin Kaepernick had. He was a pitcher.
Yeah.
He was the legendary high school pitcher.
Which means he had the natural 60-yard cannon coming from someone who was a pitcher and a quarterback as well.
And he had
a gun.
and he had what else? I talk about it all the time. The footwork.
Yeah. He could move in the pocket. He knew how to get out of the situation when needed.
Yes.
It's just his brain couldn't handle getting pulled 29 different ways.
And
that's what hurt him in the long haul. And I hate to say it, but that's what's going to hurt Angel Reese in the long haul.
And
he's getting pulled.
And also, like Angel Reese, Colin had to deal with a couple of very significant injuries to his throwing arm.
But also take consideration is that you really look at Angel Reese, being as attractive as she is definitely a eye catcher and a money maker for the NBA, because you have this talented, beautiful young woman. If she can really show she could do it on the court, oh my God, people would flood to see her just as much as they flood to see Caitlin. Caitlin's also an attractive woman, and she also performs on the basketball court. It's not just the look. It's the look and the ability combined.
To Brandon Dyer in the Fanatics feedback zone, I think that Angel has every right to have an attitude. This is the golden era of women's basketball. That is a true sentence right there. And she wants the flowers that she so rightly deserved. Not so fast, my friend. She deserved it when she was at LSU. She deserves it for part of the achievement she's had in the WNBA. The problem is, and I'll say it again, is a fear of all of us here on this panel that Angel Reese is peaked. And I don't want that.
Right.
No, and
I don't want that to be the case for Angel Reese. There's so much more she can do.
I would ask this question to Brandon. What do you see that she has done to improve her game from last year to this year? Or from her time in LSU to now? What has she done? What have you seen that she has improved on?
And Brandon, we were joking at the top of the show. All right.
The fact of the matter is,
we were totally joking with that word at the top of the show.
The fact of the matter is, when it comes to Angel Reese, and we saw this in the 3-on-3 league that she was in during the summer, and we're seeing it again here now.
Well, also, let me take. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the thing is, she has tried to develop a mid-range shot, and it's not there.
No. And that's
she went in the opening game 5 of 14 and had 5 turnovers in the game.
Well, also, let me clarify what I meant by when I said that. When you get beat the way that you did on Saturday, don't nobody want to hear about you crying and whining. At that point, you got to take your L and say, you know what? We didn't play our game. We're going to get back in the gym. We're going to get back in the film room, and we're going to get stronger.
Yes.
When you come out there, and unfortunately, this is what Angel did. When she came out there and she started whining about the fouls and everything, that puts a negative stamp on you.
It certainly
does. You can get mad about the fact that she was fouled, but at this point, you're gonna get fouled. That's how the game goes.
There's a difference
to the point, right?
I was gonna say there's a difference between arrogance and attitude.
Right.
And right now, there's a whole shit ton of arrogance coming from Angel Reese.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Did she earn part of it? Yeah, she won a national championship. She beat Catlin Clark, and LSU became only the second team in college basketball history, men or women, to hang 100 points in the national championship game. Trivia question: who was the first to do it? Answer after the break. But there's so much more room for her to improve and get better, because she can be dynamite and she can be dangerous if she worked on her game. And I'll tell you the biggest advantage that she has right now. She's a lefty.
Yeah.
When it comes to the game, when it comes to this, trust me, as a fellow lefty, we are.
You get it, man. You
but
get
the thing is, the one question that revolves around sports in general, but now with the WNBA, the one question is, what have you done lately?
True. Very true. Very true. And want to be sure that we make that point. Brandon, again, in all honesty, I think the media plays a part into it, because she got asked about it by a member of the media. She didn't just go up and start complaining about fouls.
And that is true.
That is very true.
But I will say this. You know what's the difference between the goods and the greats? The greats don't take the bait. Yes,
man, I'll tell you,
media, and we know about it. Media
Yes,
will do everything we can to bait you into something that you don't want to talk about.
Any and everything. Michael Jordan, anybody?
Right. We will bait you into something that you don't want to talk about. We will do everything, because that's what gets the stories. Media will try to bait you. But the thing is that as a professional, you have to make sure, and that's why I said she may need a media council.
Yes,
council, because then
that
she
would
can
help her
navigate.
so much,
I'm not saying just Angel Reese. I think every newbie, every rookie should have someone who is media savvy, who can say, "Hey, don't take this question. Take this question. Don't
get a PR help."
Right, a PR person, so that they can say, "Okay, they tried to bait you into this. Here's how you answer that question."
You know,
so that no one can sit there and misread you or misunderstand you.
I'll tell you, one of the masters at that, Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what helped? And you know what helped Michael Jordan? I think this is going to help a lot of women in the WNBA, whether you're a veteran or a rookie. You know what Michael did at North Carolina? And I'm not saying that most of the women in the WNBA don't have this skill already, but they can benefit from it a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Michael took a journalism class.
And even if you don't have that, find someone experience.
Yes.
Lisa Leslie. I don't think I've ever seen Lisa Leslie have a media gaffe. I could be wrong.
He never
but
did.
I never saw it.
I'll give you another name of someone who is a color commentator now that never had a gap. Rebecca Lobo.
Right.
Rebecca Lobo.
Sometimes you just need someone who's more media savvy than you are.
You just need that. Look, I needed that coaching.
Yes.
I've needed that coaching, and I still need it from time to time. And I've been in the game 30 years. God, I'm old. But be that as it may, 30 years I've been at this.
Mm-hmm.
And even I from time to time. And Victor, you and Derek and Camille and the rest of the team, when I was going through a horrible amount of personal turbulence, said, A, get yourself some help.
Yeah.
And B, get yourself a media coach.
Yeah.
And at the time, I bristled at the suggestion, and I'm thinking, I don't need a media coach. But after a couple nights in the hospital, I thought, yes, I did.
Right.
And that coach was my boss, John Kalidas. Michael Consacio from the East joins us. Fellas, very simple. Name a big that's left-handed and has no ball handling skills. Teams make her go to her right. Yep. As far as her mental, she's been pampered most of her life. Very true. Look at her days at LSU. Mm-hmm. She needs a serious mental adjustment. Exactly. Because when you move up a level.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, man.
So different. The challenges are so different. When we did high school sports for 10 years, Victor and I covered the high school scene for 10 years before we got back into the college game. The difference is very real.
Yes,
yeah,
it's why I always say that there should be a mandatory of at least 2 years in college before you go to the pros. I'm not the biggest keen. I know some people have done it. They've gone from high school to the pros and done extremely well.
And Kevin Garnett, anybody?
Right.
Kobe.
Bryant, anybody?
Right. Exactly. I still
one of the first to do it that I learned of later on, Moses Malone.
As much as I hate to say it, LeBron.
Mm-hmm. As much as we rag on LeBron,
let's throw him his flowers. He's done tremendous.
Right.
Going from high school to the pros. Listen, folks, as much as we rag on LeBron, we know what the truth is also. Okay? We know what the truth is. We just named some stars. Give you another old school one, and this is one of Victor's favorites, Daryl Dawkins.
Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder. It can be done, but the thing is that you do miss intangibles when you go from high school to the league, because there's a lot of things that high school doesn't teach you, like financials, like finances.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
Gosh. Like public relations.
Like journalism.
Absolutely.
Say that again. Man.
Public relations.
Yes.
Financial help.
Mm-hmm.
Finance courses. These are things that you learn more so in college. You may get one course to get you through high school, but you learn the bulk of that in college. I still remember, as much as it pains me, there was a player in Chicago who had just signed this big time contract, right? Went from high school right to the league.
Mm-hmm.
Got into an accident with his motorcycle, couldn't play.
Jay Williams.
And
he just came out of Duke. Mm-hmm. And the Bulls signed him to a big contract. And unfortunately for Jay, that motorcycle accident changed him.
Yeah.
And I hate seeing that. I don't listen, folks. I wish no injury on anybody.
No.
Ever.
No.
You understand me? Ever. Do we rag on a lot of players here? Absolutely.
And we'll still do that.
And we'll still do that. But what folks need to understand, our criticism of Angel Reese is her performance on the basketball court.
Exactly.
And that's how we judge everybody that we talk about. So Angel Reese is going to come to the point, and Victor has said this so many times before, that she has to pick a lane. Are you going to play basketball, or are you going to be a Barbie?
Right.
She has to pick a lane. Let's take a break. Speaking of picking a lane, we're going to pick a lane with Game 1 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll break all the matchups down when y'all get back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning. morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We're going to be a little busy tonight as we got a little something for you presented by Snowman's Pampered Chef Party. Game 1 of our dual stream features the Atlanta Dream and the Indiana Fever. We'll tip everything off at 6:45. And then our bonus coverage takes us to Oklahoma City as the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder get set to do battle for the Western Conference Championship. Game 1 tonight after the Fever game concludes. And you never know, there may be a puck drop or two in our bonus coverage as well. Speaking of bonuses, there is somebody here.
Well, he ain't here yet.
Well, I want to point out something Michael brought up because this is a very valid point.
What's that?
There are a lot of players that have the guidance of a dad. LeBron did not have one, and that's one of the things that I always lauded and complimented LeBron on. It's the fact that him being as young as he was, coming into that much money with under a single parent household.
Yes, sir.
He really hasn't had a whole lot of instances with the law or issues with anything like that.
And
the only problems he's had has been on the basketball court. So I got to give him credit for that.
Always a great point. Blake Hammock is at it again. Ant-Man, Can't-Man, I ain't a fan, man. OKC in 5. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? So we're gonna start that again, huh? We're gonna start that again? Okay. I'll have a response later. But as I said, there is someone who is waiting for me that's gonna make me eat a lot of crow, I fear.
Uh-oh.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Oh, geez, we've been hacked.
Here's the playmaker representing
hacked.
the NFC Western Division champion Los Angeles Rams. Here's the playmaker Darnell Solins joining us on his regular spot on Tuesday. How are you, sir? Great to have you.
What's up, Shane? Victor?
What up, Angel?
Somebody's been ducking me.
Y'all was trolling yesterday.
I'm not ducking
playmaker.
I don't.
Somebody's been ducking me.
And why do you say that about?
You know why? Because WBA season tipped it off. We already had some things happen. We are in the conference finals for the NBA, and I ain't hear one word from somebody.
You know why?
About Tuesday. I ain't hear nothing. I'm like, wait a minute. No message, no nothing.
You know why? Because I was fast asleep. I was out. I'm already bald, and yet I'm still pulling hair out trying to keep schedules together.
Y'all was trolling yesterday, playmaker. I saw y'all.
The WNBA season tipped off Friday.
Yes, it did.
It continued Saturday. You had Sunday.
Yep.
And you had Monday. That's 4 days. He ain't sleep all 4 days because he actually popped his head into the show yesterday.
I was gonna say y'all was trolling.
Still didn't say nothing.
So look,
trolling.
I have not been ducking you. I have been asleep, and I've also been a little under the weather. When I poked in yesterday, I was in this office, and then I leaned back in this chair and I passed out again.
Like I said, y'all was trolling.
I've been sleeping a lot.
Who is y'all? It was only one man trolling.
It's your show.
I didn't expect that.
Guilt by I think Victor said guilt by association.
I didn't even see that coming, to be honest.
Yeah, you was like, you're gonna destroy my stuff. You're gonna destroy my own show.
I was like, man,
who are we talking about?
If you're gonna destroy your own creation, that's not the way I would think you would do it, though. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna destroy your own creation, I was thinking differently. I'm like, you. Jeez. And then I said this, like, he might as well, if that was the case, Snowman might as well quit being a Warriors fan. And then Bit was like, no, he already said he done the NBA period. I'm like, oh, he just gonna quit the entire sport.
Yeah, because we talked about that rumor.
Oh, he just gonna quit the entire sport.
I did say that aloud, and I mean every word of it.
We talked about that rumor. Like if LeBron joins the Warriors, Snowman said,
I'm gone.
I quit.
I quit.
See, I gave you just leave the Warriors alone. Vic is like, no, he just quitting the entire sport, period.
Right. He quit watching. We talked about this.
Like, dang, he just gonna quit the entire sport.
I quit.
If LeBron joins the Warriors, and I can't believe I've said that without throwing up, I will leave coverage of the sport I have loved since 1980. That's like this fool making it to Santa Clara in February.
That's not happening.
We know that, but I'm using an example here, okay?
Y'all could use Zach Wilson.
So yeah,
look, Zach Wilson don't count, okay?
So when Cole put that on, I'm like, what is?
It's Cole Johnson
now. No,
it's Cole Johnson.
No, right?
Playmaker. Have you not remembered who you're dealing with?
It's Cole Johnson.
I know who I'm dealing with. I did not. Warriors and LeBron was not on my mind on the show yesterday.
It was not on your bingo card.
So when he put the two together, and I'm like, "What that you gonna?" First thing I was like, "You." That's like, I was like, "Dang, that's the way you want to kill your own creation." Good gracious! and you know what creation we're talking about here.
Yes.
I'll ask this question though, Playmaker. What are your thoughts on the lottery? Because everyone has had basically their idea the lottery is rigged. I want to ask you because you are the aficionado.
Listen, before, and yes, I'll cede the aficionado status to Playmaker. Before you answer that question, Playmaker, here's a propane tank for you. The floor is yours.
I don't need a propane tank for that. I mean, people are ignorant and stupid. Like, how is okay? You want to say that lottery is weird? Okay, if the lottery is weird, why are we going to have an 8th consecutive new champion? You want to explain that to me?
I got nothing.
Neither do I.
I got nothing.
That's why I asked.
Like, if you're gonna rig anything, don't you think you're gonna rig something that's like more meaningful than a draft lottery?
Yes.
I think the way they look at it is like, well, if the person who has like the number one pick is like the one.
No, I get it, because when Charlotte traded Chris Paul, that same year they ended up with the number one pick.
Yes.
When the Pelicans traded Anthony Davis, they ended up with the number one pick. Matter of fact, this is how crazy it is. When they traded Chris Paul for the number one pick, that turned into Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
When the Pelicans traded Anthony Davis, that turned into Zion Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, which is going to turn into Cooper Flag.
Right.
There's only 3 instances that this happened. And how long the NBA has been around?
Some years.
76
decades.
years.
Decades.
The draft lottery has been active since '85.
And we're now going to say that is rigged. Like, what? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, you might have a better argument about the NFL being more rigged than the NBA is. Like,
at some points in the 60s and 70s, you had to wonder.
Oh my gosh!
It's like, oh, this is rigged. The NBA drop, bruh. We about to have an 8th different champion. We haven't had back-to-back champions since the Golden State Warriors.
Yes. Right, absolutely right.
But the NBA is rigged all of a sudden. Like, are we serious right now?
Tell me.
What?
I have never seen Playmaker baffled. Wait. Let me change that. I've seen Playmaker baffled. I've never seen him this baffled until now.
Because the idiocy of the word is more shown than ever before.
Yes.
I'm like, do y'all actually think before y'all speak
on
anything?
No.
Wait,
you could
give me this button.
You could ask that.
Do they think before they type? Shane, I know where you're going.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
There are people who still believe that James Harden is the toughest man in the NBA. So what do you think?
And guess what? These are the same people, and I'm gonna say it right here. These are the same people, along with the media, is gonna be the reason why the WNBA ain't gonna reach to the height that is deservedly so.
Exactly.
Because they too busy focused on one freaking player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bruh, she's gonna be on TV for 41. Well, 40. Well, 40 now because you already played the first one.
Yeah.
For 40 more games.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everything that she's involved in has to be spotlighted every goddamn time?
Your guess is good as mine.
Did you not witness Nafisha Kaya come out here to Dallas and went for 34 on the wings and Pace Becker's first game?
Mm-hmm.
Did you not want to talk about Kelsey Plum's debut as a LA Sparks going for a record 37 points
in the opening game for the Valkyries?
Mm-hmm.
In the Valkyries opening game, right?
Matter of fact, there ain't no way you talking about the triple double that Catlin Clark did, which she didn't deserve, by the way.
Damn.
If we being completely honest. But no, we want to talk about Catlin Clark gave a hard foul to Angel Reese. Angel Reese reacted probably like any other player, men or women, would have reacted anyway.
Yeah.
And then we want to blow this out of proportion. And then them two at their press conference kept it simple. I didn't think it was a player foul. They upgraded it. Oh well. Well, refs called it a flagrant foul. Basketball play. They got it right. Move on. I'm like, these two are unbothered. So why is everybody else bothered?
Right.
That's a good point. Well, I'll
to that point.
I'll ask this question though. Like, who else is supposed to stand up besides Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese? Because I didn't see anyone do it on Saturday. Who else is supposed to be able to take up the scoring cause?
Is that flamethrower still hot?
It most certainly is. It most certainly is, brother.
Because Victor watched the show yesterday, so he already know where I'm gonna go at.
Please do it again.
Flamethrower.
Look here.
Do you need the flamethrower?
Oh, you know.
Yes.
Why? Tell me why.
Oh no.
Haley Van Lit only gets 4 minutes in the game.
Only gets 4 minutes. Yes.
You have Kia Nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kia Nurse.
Yeah.
Bought a Kia Nurse from my Seattle days and her LA days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Kia Nurse, but Kia Nurse gave you 4 points.
4.
And 20 some minutes of gameplay.
25 minutes.
Matter of fact, she gave you 4 points and 1 assist.
Mm-hmm.
No rebounds, no steals, no blocks, no nothing else. 2 for 8 from the field. Haley Van Lit, when Chicago was getting their ass drilled by Indiana, by the way, can only get 4 minutes where she scored 4 points and went 2 for 2 from the field.
At the tail end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? What? You get your ass beat by 35, and you only play your first round pick 4 minutes.
4.
When you realize
that game.
There was no scoring happening on your team. Hello, you got a bona fide scorer who's a rookie right there on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And only played 4 minutes.
Not only that, she actually has chemistry with their star player, Angel Reese.
Absolutely. They played together.
What are we doing, Chicago?
So I'll ask this question: is that a coaching issue?
Yes.
This is a brand new coach.
Yes. Yes. I said it all day Saturday.
Matter of fact, because I'm pretty sure.
Just a moment, playmaker. Victor, you rode shotgun with me on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I said it all day Saturday. Where is their rookie? Where is Haley Van Lith? Because matter of fact, I'll go one step further, playmaker. Haley Van Lith should have got the start.
I don't care about the starter now. I'm just like, hold on now. Come on. Now, I'm pretty sure between the four of us, Snowman's been the only one who probably caught preseason games. I'm too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Haley Van Lith showed what she can do in preseason.
She sure did.
I'm pretty sure she did.
And you know what makes it so scary?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Chicago might have a very bad season here.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Indiana didn't play their secret weapon either, which is even more terrifying.
That is true.
Because Sophie Cunningham wasn't available. Sophie Cunningham was not available due to an ankle injury.
I want your listeners to hear this.
Like,
go for it, man. It's all yours.
I told people Indiana won the offseason. That was before they even got Sophia. I said,
Yeah.
damn, now y'all give Caitlin Clark the one piece that's gonna really be a problem. A sniper.
A sniper.
Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. That's like the worst thing you could have did until Connecticut continued their brilliant off season.
Right.
And then and to think about it, Sophie Cunningham didn't play yesterday, out with an injury, and Indiana still hung 93 points on the board.
And that's what the Ron Obama ain't even scoring double figures.
Nope. DeWanda Bonner went like
she scored
2
7
for
points.
11.
She scored 7 points. But congratulations though, you made it to third all time. 7 points, which that should have been talked about. The triple double controversy should have been talked about.
And we did talk about it. We did talk about doing well.
But we want to talk about
Angel Reese and Catlin Clark.
Well,
these
always gonna be
not gonna feed into y'all mess. Can y'all stop the media? Stop it. Y'all gonna kill the
media won't stop it.
But
y'all gonna kill the WNBA.
We broke down the game.
All of 4.
And Snowman's a Caitlin Clark fan, and I can say this right to his face. Caitlin Clark did not deserve that triple double.
I'll agree with that.
Snowman,
because the game was far over.
Now that would have been Angel Reese. What would have happened?
Controversy everywhere. Media opening their mouths saying, "Oh, she didn't deserve it. She didn't earn it."
Or more like she whined. She
whined her way into it.
You had none of that when Caitlin Clark.
None.
Again, think about it this way though. It's like Angel Reese did exceptionally well. A lot of people will say, "Oh, she sucked." Like, yeah, she scored some of the best. She some of the biggest points. She had 17 boards, 17 rebounds.
No, because these idiots can't get. Because these idiots have this preaching notion, and then Rebecca Lobo on the call, by the way, be boot their notion. So she does get her own misses. It feels like if you take away all the miss rebound that she got for herself, she'll still lead the WNBA in rebounding
by a wide margin.
And we're talking about a league. We're talking about a league that has Asia Wilson, Breonna Stewart, John Crow Jones.
3 of the best in the business.
And Angel Reese will still lead the WNBA in rebounding.
Oh, she'd blown them away.
So what are you idiots really talking about here? When a Hall of Famer who calls games for a living is telling you if you take away all those own rebounds she had, she still leads the WNBA.
Yeah.
And
I wish she would make more of her shots. Because a lot of layups,
but, hey.
a lot of her layups were like short things, and they still were misses. So I that's how I look at it. It's like I do kind of worry sometimes because like it seems like she does not have the concentration to actually put the ball in the basket, especially when she's so close. And she's tall.
I don't mind. It's the fact that when you try to make it seem like that's the only reason why she's getting the rebounds, and it's statistically wrong. You have no comeback.
None.
It's statistically wrong. That's the thing that gets me is that statistically you're wrong, and you still try to argue the point.
You know that that's a habit they're not going to quit. They're not going to stop.
That's why I say the fans and the media is going to be the reason why the WNBA doesn't reach the level it should reach. That's one of the main questions me and Cole Johnson and you was on the snow man. How would they cover the WNBA? Is it all about Caitlin Clark, or are you going to cover the league as you supposed to?
I'll answer that question for you. And yes, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, but I'm also a women's basketball fan. The WNBA, as far as media coverage, as it stands right now, is doomed.
Well, I'll put it like this: the way they're doing it is kind of the same way they do it with the NBA. You know, in one case, it's gonna be all about Caitlin Clark. Who is it always about in the NBA? I won't say the name, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
And the main thing that people should be talking about is the fact that thanks to the Connecticut Suns, the team that's likely to win is the team that already won it. They did not see how they played against Las Vegas.
Right.
Blew them out.
And you know why? Because Connecticut, with their bread all season, decided to give the team that had been a thorn in their side from winning championships the whole time. It's like, you know what? Here, y'all can take this dog right here. Y'all can have her. Y'all can just have her. And those of you know what I'm talking about, Natasha Cloud.
Oh, so they pulled a Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
They gave they did worse. Like what the Dallas
Oh,
Mavericks did
no.
don't even compare to what the Connecticut Suns did.
Oh, my God.
It's not even close.
Oh my God.
So first of all, the Connecticut Suns got rid of their head coach. Snowman, where's that head coach at?
Indiana.
They best player also left Connecticut. Where's that best player at?
Indiana.
They second best player. They traded her. You know where they traded her to? They traded her to Phoenix. And in that trade, they got the Tulsa Cloud out of there. They wasn't done. They best defender. Guess what they best defender is at? Down there in Dallas with Enrique Gomorrah and Paige Burgers and Dejanay Carrington.
In Dallas.
Oh.
And in that trade for Alyssa Thomas to Phoenix, they got Natasha Cloud. And they looked, they say, you know what, Natasha Cloud, we're going to trade you. Okay, where I'm going. You're going to the defending champs, New York Liberty.
Yep. And Natasha Cloud showed off.
So they didn't pull the Dallas Mavericks, they pulled the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. That makes sense.
Stuck several rolls of quarters up their own asses.
Connecticut had the most brilliant offseason I have ever seen in sports.
How does match your whole team in one offseason?
Shane, we ain't talking about a span here. One offseason, the entire Connecticut Sun team is done.
Is gone.
I know.
Is gone.
And then your biggest problem is the New York Liberty. They won the championship, and you say, you know what, y'all can have Natasha Cloud. What?
I gotta ask something, Shane. Do you think it's this was a 38-day-old Mayo master class on how to destroy your own team?
It's more like a 70-year-old Kraft mac and cheese bread way to ruin a team.
That's why Ryan's in the chat talking about they need Rebecca Lobo to buy this team so they can relocate because they just pretty much destroyed this entire team. And the main person that's suffering from all this is Maria Marbury because she's like, since y'all trade everybody, y'all might as well just trade me. They said, you get to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You
need you. It's like they traded everybody else and then they looked at Mabry and said, no, we need you. For what?
Right.
What do you
the
team that you built is the reason why I wanted to come here.
And they're all gone now.
All gone. Gone, bye-bye.
Brian McCarthy, good morning, Snow Crew. I hope Rebecca Lobo gets a group of investors to buy the Connecticut Sun and relocate them to Albany. I will have courtside seats for the first game if she makes that happen. She makes that happen. I'll
be
very
careful because the mind that I just had.
God.
Well, one of them buyers is one Antonio, you know who.
Oh hell no!
He got the money.
I will. Victor, give me this button here. Victor, I want you to repeat that for me.
I said, what would happen if one of those investors happened to be Antonio, you know who?
I have two responses for you. 3 actually.
Okay,
first one.
You fool. 2.
Stop the cap.
And 3.
He too busy getting arrested. For fighting. So I don't know. His brain is on straight.
Matter of fact, Victor, I'll complete the slam.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what? I'll complete the slam for you because I know where they'd be playing.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Odyssey Pavilion here on campus of Stupid University. I'm sorry, Shane set that up too good for me. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist it. Shane set it up too well for me.
That was true. That's true.
You know what? It works. Odyssey Pavilion, folks. Will the Connecticut Sun make it to Odyssey Pavilion?
I'm just saying, Shane set that up
After the-
way
a-
too
after
good.
the after the
I'm sorry, but
Mr.
anyway,
McCarthy's gonna want to fight me after that one. That was a sore subject.
But
let me
but as
finish
you can
more.
see though, when we got Natasha Clark, you see what she did.
Yes.
Like I'm like y'all. I don't think people understand. Like Natasha Clark is a two-way player.
That
And
she is.
And out of all the team for her first game is the Las Vegas Aces, which is the actual rivalry of the WNBA right now. I know
Yes,
everybody
it
wants
is.
to make it Angel Reese and Catlin Clark, but that is the rivalry of the WNBA. It's not in the fact she scored 22 points, 9 boys, and had 6 boys and 9 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas brought in somebody very special too, and she only scored 5 points. That would be one Jew Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when it comes to it, I'm gonna say this, and Snowman might look at me crazy, but
bring it on.
Blessed pair in the world spot is up for grabs.
I agree with that. I agree
I
with
mean,
that.
it's early, so
It is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
It's early.
And
so,
though, and if you say Catlin Clark, I will slap the hell out of you.
I mean, she
Because
could.
Catlin Clark is not in the running. I'm
It's
telling you right now, Catlin Clark's not in the running.
It's too early to tell.
Way
that,
too
though.
early. It's
No,
way too
I
early.
ain't saying it's. I ain't saying that it's not too early to tell, but I'm saying the consensus is Angel Wilson's the number 1 player.
Oh hell, I said that.
But
I said that.
But
I said
somebody.
that.
Go ahead.
But somebody's on a revenge tour, and her team is on a revenge tour.
Oh boy.
Nafisa Kaya and the Minnesota Lynx.
Mm-hmm. Because they have a sour taste in their mouth for letting Game 5 slip away in New York.
And if
the NBA
Nafisa
World
Kaya
Championship.
one that got injured during the season,
Mhm.
that voting for MVP would have been a lot more closer than what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Nafisa Kaya is on a mission. Y'all better pay attention to Nafisa Kaya.
I did last Friday night. She brought it. She had a slow start against Dallas in the first quarter. The rest of the game was all Nafisa Collier. The rest of the game was all Nafisa Collier.
I mean, all 4 of
I
us can
will
agree.
not
Angel
argue.
Wilson is number 1, but
Mm-hmm.
Nafisa Kaya is on her ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man. What about that Western Conference final matchup there, Playmaker?
I might want to do that after the break since we about to hit the top of the hour.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Let's go to the.
That means he got something to say.
Oh, I think I got another flamethrower ready.
Here we go.
I have another flamethrower ready. So, dog, take us to the top of the hour with a break, and when we come back, I'm seating the Florida Playmaker. Game 1 tonight, Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They begin their quest for the NBA World Championship Series. Second hour after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
The judge.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and to the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Hey, folks, do me a favor and join my Pampered Chef Party benefiting pancan.org. Good food, good cause. And we may be doing a triple stream tonight with a couple of games on the bonus coverage. Go to facebook.com, search Snowman's Pampered Chef Party. Good food for a good cause. And after beating pancreatic cancer, I want to see some other people do it too. Second hour of Snowman in the Morning is here. And it is brought to you by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. And now that we got all that cleaned up and out of the way, this happens. On your mark, get set, go.
Hank, we need more propane.
Yep.
The look on his face says it all.
Because I haven't been on here since a certain holiday came and gone.
You mean the end of season service for the Lakers?
Nope. The reason why Snowman is left because Snowman knows exactly where I'm going with this.
Go for it, please. Please go for it.
Victor missed the episode. Shane, you missed it. I think Shane, you was out with the sickness that week.
Yeah, Shane was ill.
Victor had to work, which he didn't like because he didn't know I was going to be on the show that day.
Yeah,
Victor was mad about that.
I was in the office that time.
And we've got our fourth finally joining us.
About time.
Oh, and you joined at the right moment too. So This was after Easter, and me and Snowman had a conversation.
We did. We did.
This was after Oklahoma City did the number that they did in game 1 to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked the question of why do teams get their ass kicked on holidays?
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Snake, I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if Jordan noticed, but Victor did. Snowman hopped on my show. It was me, Snowman, Cole Johnson, and my boy Dre there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
And they reminded me that Mother's Day was coming up.
Yeah.
And Snowman was. I had to drop my ass. Like, oh damn! Now I got to figure out who's gonna get their ass whooped on Mother's Day. I had to go look at the schedule for Mother's Day to figure out which team gonna get their ass whooped. And we looked at the schedule. It was like, well, we know it ain't gonna be neither Denver or what you call it, because that's been like the best series going on thus far.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
And sure enough, out of all the goddamn teams, number one team needs to be the one to get their ass whooped on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Some others were not happy that day.
The Cleveland Cavaliers. 64 win team.
Yep.
Who decided to blow a 20-point lead and a 7-point lead with like the last minute with the last seconds to go in that game?
Yes.
To the most overrated player in the league, in Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm saying that very sarcastically too.
Who, by the way, is going to be now be in WWE 2K25 as a DLC.
Yep.
Whereas I'm looking at the NBA players, because what made y'all call him the most overrated player in the game today? Which
I didn't do it, so
I said the players. The players.
Yeah.
Cleveland walks into Indiana in game 3 and says, all right, we had enough of this. You got us twice in our own building. We had enough of this. And they smacked the hell out of Indiana in their own building.
Oh boy, that first half.
Did they?
I did part of that game.
And then Mother's Day happened for game 4.
Yep.
Whack.
And these Negroes are down 38-80 at the half.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they got took out back of the woodshed on that one.
Those of you who don't remember, that halftime score in game 4 of the Cleveland Cavaliers Indiana game was 80-38.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that game the day after.
We sure did.
Lucky for me, I was at work, had to close that day.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, I messaged Snowman, I messaged Cole Johnson, I messaged Greg. I said, can somebody explain to me why is this so predictable?
You know something, Playmaker? Even my wife got in on the fun. Because she looked at that score, looked at me, and said, I saw this coming. And walked away and went back to work.
We should not be able to predict ass whooping because it's a freaking holiday.
Would you say that sentence again, please?
We should not be able to predict ass whoopings because it's a holiday.
Listen.
Wait. Just
it's
a moment.
Mother's Day, so people
just
know the trauma of the belt to ass.
Just a moment, Droid. Just a moment. One more time, Playmaker. Please say it. One more time. Please.
Y'all have this. Why is this so freaking predictable? Oh, Mother's Day is coming up. Okay. Who's getting their ass whooped that day?
Yep.
Well, then
we should not be able to do that. We should not be able to do that.
If that's the case, who's getting their ass whooped game 4 between Minnesota and the Thunder, since that's on Memorial Day?
Memorial Day. Yep. Who's getting the Memorial Day massacre?
Listen. A lot of people's mothers know the term belt to ass is because they did it to their children every day of the week.
Yep.
So that's why the Cleveland Cavaliers got belt to ass.
I'm just saying it should not be predictable. I should not have to say, "Oh, great, it's Mother's Day's coming up." Now I got to figure out which game is going to be a blowout.
Who's getting belt to ass on a holiday?
Am I lying, Snowman?
No.
And the funniest part about that playmaker is, Papa John's, right? Everybody knows Papa John's.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my mother Papa John's pizza because that's what she wanted. I asked, okay, not gonna lie, getting an answer out of my mother for what she wants for food for Mother's Day is a pain. I ask her, what do you want? She's like, I don't know. What do you want? I'm like, it's Mother's Day. It's a what do you want day, not a what I want day.
Right.
We went back and forth for about 10, 15 before she was finally like, fine, pizza. And I was like, Papa John's? And she's like, yes, fine. So we got pizza and everything. I was like, because my mom doesn't really know much about sports. And I was like, that Indiana's beating Cleveland. She was like, wasn't Cleveland like the best team in the regular season? I was like, second, but yeah. And she's like, man, Cleveland ain't gonna do shit. Because for my mother, who knows no ball, she knows ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what makes you say that? She said, well, the last time you showed interest in basketball, the Cavaliers were in the finals, right? And I said, yeah. She said, didn't they get their ass whooped by the Warriors? I said, you're right. My bad.
That's just awesome.
I don't understand. I really don't.
How the hell is this shit so predictable?
That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Well, listen, Shane. It's because it's Cleveland.
Well,
no, we're talking about. It's not just that.
We're talking about
the ongoing ridiculousness of holidays and playoff basketball, and we got to deal with a blowout. Wait a minute.
I like the way you said it. I like the way you said it on my show a few weeks ago. Holidays and playoff ass whoopings. I love the way you said that.
Remember, someone's going to get one on Monday.
Remember when Kobe Bryant and the Lakers got their ass whooped by the Dallas Mavericks that year? It was on Mother's Day.
2011.
that was on Mother's Day.
That
so
was
the Mavericks
a
20. That was when the Mavericks hit 23-point field goals to close out the series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the only time I actually felt bad for the Lakers. I'm like, because I didn't expect that kind of a beating on Mother's Day. You think I'll be the happiest person because I can't stand the goddamn Lakers. But it's bad when you sit there and you got your grandma here, your aunties there, your mom with you, and you looking at Kobe Bryant getting his ass whooped.
Yes.
Right. And there's nothing he can do about it.
Not a thing. In fact, if I remember correctly, the first 4 field goals that Dallas hit that day were threes.
I believe so.
There's a repeated history here. No matter what team it is, somebody's getting beat down on Mother's Day. In this case, if you're the Memphis Grizzlies on Easter, which they didn't show up at all.
Since everyone here is a wrestling fan, they're getting beat like government mules on holidays.
They're getting the Mark Henry treatment, man. Somebody gonna get their ass whipped.
Somebody's getting a tombstone. Somebody's getting a tombstone.
And I promise you, Shane, if Oklahoma City and Minnesota they turn into a blowout on Monday, I'm gonna be highly pissed.
I'm sure, dude. I'm sure.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
I'm like, there's no way in hell this should be going on.
I'll be keeping an eye on my Facebook Messenger on Tuesday because I'll be waiting for it. Give me the freaking link.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't probably have to wait for it. Snowman probably gonna send me a laughing emoji. It was like I'm gonna be sitting here like I just don't know anymore. I don't know. But speaking of which, Snowman.
Yes, sir.
So now we have a gravestone with Jimmy Butler's name on it, and we have a gravestone with Steph Curry's name on it.
We do.
I told you that man's a legend killer.
You did. That's why the morning after the Warriors were eliminated, I sat here with breakfast in hand and I called it crow because I ate the hell out of it. I was eating all that show. I think I had 2 McGriddles and some hash browns,
something like that. Yeah.
And of course I had my coffee. And when we opened the show, Shane said, "What are you doing?" "I'm eating breakfast. It's a McGriddle disguised as crow."
Mm-hmm.
Joy, you don't know. I have Dean Anthony Edwards, the legend killer of the NBA,
and he's proving him right.
He's
proven him right. I'm
sure.
I got nothing to trip about. He's proving him right.
Now it's the MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander up next.
Kill him.
Here's my problem though.
Uh-oh.
It won't be Anthony Edwards' fault. It won't be Julius Randle's fault. Victor, you know who fault would be if Minnesota won't get past OKC?
Who's?
It's your favorite player.
My favorite player?
I'm saying it sarcastically.
No, okay.
Rudy Gobert.
The Frenchman.
The Gobert report.
I was on the verge. I was looking at Cool and Cole. Yes, I'm like, oh no, I'm going Minnesota in 6. And I said it twice, and then I said, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Rudy Gobert gonna mess it up for Ant-Man. God damn it.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert gonna mess it up for Ant-Man.
No, mon ami.
Oh my gosh.
Because I had to sit here and think about it. I'm like, if Rudy Gobert doesn't turn into that full-time defensive player against Chad Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein, it's going to be some problems.
Yeah.
Well, you just may have some problems.
SGA Ant-Man canceled each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle has been the consistent number 2. Jalen Green's finally decided to show up in Game 7. But that can flip. That can flip real quickly, as Snowman can tell you. That can flip real quickly.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes,
Where's
sir.
Dante been?
And then that brings me to the inside game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Where has Dante been?
Oh, he's been playing. He just hasn't been effective.
Gotcha.
How is Nas? No. How is Nas Reed averaging more points than Dante DiVincenzo? I'm about to.
Because Nas Reed is playing that. Because Nas Reed is playing basketball.
That's
That's
said.
why.
He's not being effective. That's why I said that. If Rudy Gobert doesn't turn into that full-time defensive player, Minnesota gonna have some problems.
Deep problems.
Because you can't stop OKC inside without Rudy Gobert. Shea's gonna get his.
Mm-hmm.
And you make sure Chad don't get his.
Yep.
And pray and hope that Jalen Williams reverts back to what he was before Game 7.
You know,
ineffective.
I did this yesterday, and I'm going to somewhat try and do it again. If Rudy Gobert doesn't revert back to his 4-time Defensive Player of the Year status, this will happen.
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing about something else.
You beat me to it again.
My thing is this: for Minnesota to win, Rudy Gobert needs to be effective. He don't have to do what he did to the Lakers to close them out, which was very funny, by the way. Out of all the people,
hilarious!
Out of all the people to actually put the Lakers out, it was actually Rudy Gobert to do it
with 27 and 24.
He don't got to do that. Just give me a basic double-double. Just a basic double-double. 10 points, 10 boards. It'll be good.
Basic. I love
That's a basic double-double. That's it.
I love this.
Matter of fact, can you average me about 3 blocks? That lets me know that you telling Chad Holmgren and everybody else inside for OKC, you're gonna have to earn this.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do that, I feel good about Minnesota.
So your official prediction is?
But then I gotta pick OKC. Because I got a feeling Rudy Gobert ain't gonna do it. No, I said Rudy. This ain't gonna be on Ant-Man. This ain't gonna be on Julius Randle.
No,
it's gonna be on that Frenchman. He's gonna
be on
quit.
that.
He's gonna quit.
The Frenchman's gonna wave the white flag.
Oh,
I just need because Ant-Man. Because I would love to say, oh, we have a gravestone for the 2025 MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Because Ant-Man said, "This is mine."
Mm-hmm.
Because I want him to fully embrace the moniker Legend Killer, and I need for him to fully embrace it. He has to win the title.
Yes.
Listen. I think, in my humble opinion, this is probably one of the better outcomes of the NBA playoffs that we could have gotten.
Yes, because on the West side you have 2 young stars.
Mm-hmm.
One's gonna be an MVP. The other one, everybody loves watching him play because he goes at whoever's the other best player and doesn't care.
Yep.
And then on the other side, on the East side, by the way, y'all enjoy this moment. This is how TNT is going to go out.
Stephen A. Smith, enjoy it while it lasts because you gonna get your ass whooped.
Wait, what'd you say, Droid?
I said, Stephen A. Smith, enjoy it while it lasts because you about to get some belt to ass.
Wow.
Listen, there's one thing that this Knicks team needs to hold up against the Pacers, and it's their inside scoring.
Screw the Knicks.
I'll tell you
If
something.
they can't keep scoring from mid like they did in that final game against Boston.
Hey.
Father
Oh,
O'Shaughnessy.
listen. Oh, you can
put a pin in that right there.
Mr. Oh, we re-signed Don Sweeney, the guy who traded away our captain. Shut up.
Put a pin
Screw
on
the
that
Knicks,
right there.
man.
So
Screw the Knicks.
before I get into what he just said, what George just said, I want everybody to enjoy it because this is how TNT is going out. You got Indiana and you got New York. And guess who's on the call for that game? For that entire series? Reggie Miller. You can't ask for nothing better if you're TNT.
I will leave my comments to myself.
You can't ask for nothing better. You got Pacers, Knicks, Reggie Miller calling the series, and this is how TNT is going out.
The Knicks killer himself.
The Knicks killer.
Yeah, he was.
This is how TNT is going out. So be thankful.
The mid-90s ririvalry gets renewed.
Big thing of
I was going to
course,
say
is
Father
Pascal
O'Shaughnessy
Siakam showing up.
Man, Father
What
O'Shaughnessy
George
is still in
said,
a
what
coma.
George said is the reason why I'm picking Indiana.
But
Really?
Pascal
And
Siakam-
it's Victor's other favorite player,
Oh, God.
who used to be in Minnesota.
Cat?
Carl Anthony Towns
Yeah, Cat.
will
Carl
be the
Towns.
reason why if the Knicks go on to the finals or if they don't.
Carl Anthony Towns. I'll correct your
Carl Anthony
statement.
Towns.
I'll correct your statement, Playmaker, and it goes
And-
like this: Carl Anthony Towns would be the reason that the Knicks fuck up.
And the crazy thing is that the day that came out, the day that news came out that Carl Anthony Towns was traded to the Knicks, Joy called me and told me that.
Yeah. He was like,
You got a hold of
okay,
all of us.
listen,
So
I'll
fuck
tell
you
you how
on.
that call went down. So I I'm scrolling on Instagram as I do. Sometimes I get some sports news like what I got just now from Boston.
So you're telling me, Joy, that you actually do this?
Yeah,
You
I peruse social media.
I'm
I
afraid-
found a post from Bleacher Report saying Carl Anthony Towns to the Knicks. I'm like, nah. So I go to
I remember
the
this.
Timberwolves official
Mhm.
page.
Yep.
And what do I see? A thank
Carl-
you post to Carl
Mhm.
Anthony Towns.
I'm
and then
actually-
2 welcome posts.
Mhm.
One for Randall and one for DiVincenzo.
Yep.
I'm afraid.
I remember that.
You just hear Carl Anthony
That's
Towns
the
with the
Boston.
Knicks. He's like, excuse me?
And
Pardon?
Joy called all of us.
I like I'm usually that guy that gets the boys the news, like just
Yep.
throws it in the chat or calls them individually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was just so crazy because I thought because Cat made it clear he loved Minnesota, but he wanted championships. And the GM of the Minnesota Timberwolves was like, "You want championships? Go get a championship." So he sent him to go get a championship, and he sent him to the Knicks for what they were very lacking, which was a backup for Ant and somebody who could play the post well.
Mm-hmm.
And they got kind of both. Dante's a solid backup, but Randall's not really that post guy you're looking for.
Right.
Now I'm actually
And just
worried.
calling them, like being able to inform them of that news and all of them telling me to shut up and hanging up on me before calling me back about 5 seconds later. Or attempting to call me back because I think at that time my phone was on silent, so all calls went to voicemail.
Yes.
It
with
was
all
a
of us
crazy
saying,
day.
with all of us saying,
What in the all types of blue hell?
And then we proceeded to talk about it the next morning.
Now I'm a little bit concerned about what you just found out with Boston because you just brought that up. I'm like, what?
You've extended Don Sweeney, the man who traded away Brad Marchand.
Fuck.
we will discuss that in a minute, and we're up against the break. So, Playmaker, take us to break.
So
We're gonna wrap.
Yes,
we're gonna wrap this.
Carl Anthony Towns is the man. Are you gonna be the guy that played against Detroit? Or are you gonna be the guy that played against Boston? Because you the guy that played against Boston, y'all not beating Indiana. Take your big ass inside and make Miles Turner work.
He won't. He won't. That's a playmaker, folks.
Oh, when we come back, we got to talk NFL.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Let's go to a break.
Wait, what?
We're
What you know, let's go to a break.
Don't miss tonight's WNBA showdown. Yours truly will have the call between the Atlanta Dream and the Indiana Fever. We'll go live at 6:45 with the One Parlay pregame show. Tip-off set for 7. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I have a warning.
Uh-oh.
extreme laughter coming in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it
What?
is time once again
Oh no.
for the annual end of season LeBron James.
No.
Oh, my child, welcome to the service. What can we do for you today?
Bro, don't go. Bro, don't go. Bro.
My child, it will be okay. It is not LeBron's fault that the team faltered.
He's under arrest.
I hate that Luka fool. Why? I like that Mr. Glass figure.
Mr. Glass figure, you're talking about Anthony Davis?
Yeah. That brown fool. I wanted him that Slovenian dummy that can't stay on the court long. I can't play defense.
Arrest that man.
Well, to be fair, my child, LeBron could not play defense either.
And then why did they hire JJ Redick? He don't know how to coach.
Well, JJ Redick didn't know what he was doing over at ESPN either. Let's be fair.
Oh, JJ Redick.
My child, I did not know we entered SeaWorld.
And everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah.
You're under arrest.
Rick, are you
Detective, what are you doing here?
Everything is fine, Sister Mary. Everything is fine. You don't have to worry about it. There's always a calm before the storm. So that's what you experience in the storm. The calm will come. Please. I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. That's right. I am the Deacon Pastor.
Droid, I love that look on your face.
Deacon Pastor Cardinal Bishop Winston Aloysius Jenkins.
Oh, Mr. Jenkins, you're the one that runs the city fifth. And I was wondering who was running that dilapidated house.
Your co-host, playmaker.
Mr. Jenkins, you might want to lay off on choking on things.
Oh, big boy.
And remind me, who is this fellow that probably looks like the penguin in them Batman movies, and is sounding as though he's being that dummy in the Leprechaun movies?
Oh, my child! I am Father Sean O'Shaughnessy from the House of New England.
Oh Lord!
A fucking
so your church has been poor ever since the Patriots lost Tom Brady. I understand.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
See, I am here to address the big, should I say elephant? Fine, I'll say it. Elephant in the room. And that elephant
that's
being
a rhinoceros.
And that elephant being the greatest player of all time.
Who told this lie?
My son, Michael Jordan, is here?
Has completed his 22nd year. And no, it's not Michael Jordan because he only played 15. But he completed his 22nd year, and he has given us fine service in those 22 years.
But Deacon, wasn't it an L? Was it not an L that he had received?
Okay, fine. I saw a stat, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Detective. You see, congregation, I saw a stat, and this was definitely alive in the pit of hell. I saw a stat that said LeBron. That's right, Yo King has the most losses ever in the history of the NBA when it comes to playoffs. With one,
you mean he took a few of these? I better quit.
I hate you.
Quit.
How the fuck are we going to get through that without dying?
I better quit.
Since we were talking about the NFL, we're going to. And I heard
Playmaker, it's safe. You can come back now. But I just had to.
Playmaker, I'll throw down the rope for you.
Ray. Why Ray? It is what time?
That
is it?
wasn't
It
Ray
is
Ray yet.
11:32. I am not ready for Ray.
That wasn't
No,
Ray
ain't
Ray.
Ray
That
Ray.
was
That was the passer.
That was the passer.
That was a good passa.
To football, we go to wrap up the show, and we'll have.
And by the way, I sent him a message. Just so you know.
Of course you did.
No,
But since
wait.
we talk about
Let's tell Playmaker how that actually happened, because
I already know how it happened.
yeah.
Oh no,
That's
no,
why
no, 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 no! You don't know the backstory.
No,
of how it
you-
happened.
Oh, yeah,
Day.
yeah.
The
I do.
backstory
You
was
must,
this.
you must have forgot that dude is my co-host on Shooting Lights Out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so,
he pulled a fast one on us.
yeah.
He pulled a fast one on us because we were gonna leave at noon Eastern. We was like, okay, let's.
Matter
wrap
of
it up.
fact, I don't think y'all know this, but I think Snowman forgot that same thing. He brought it to Shooting Lights Out.
Did he really?
He did. He
I
did.
said,
He did.
I just know he does not put.
Yeah, the damn.
And he
thing
always
is-
say, "I ain't doing it. I ain't saying that. It ain't about what you say. What you showing."
Right. It's what you did.
the damn thing
The
is
backdrop retired LeBron. Anybody?
But
the damn thing is for that day. We were gonna bounce out at noon, and
we were gone.
we-
I already
I-
had
we
that
met-
day, wasn't I?
I already
Yeah, you were
had
gone
my
that day,
plans. I already had my plans. Going to leave at noon, do some stuff around the house, and then go get lunch.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, because
No.
I messaged Cole prior, like, so Ray is going to miss out on the fact that we're doing the end of season service for LeBron. He's like,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what you guys had planned for today?
He got
Yeah, that's what we had
He got
planned.
eliminated during the week, and I think, and I don't do Shooting Lights Out until Monday, so he wasn't gonna wait till
Yeah,
Monday. I know.
and
I
then-
know the guy.
Yeah.
And then, we're going through things, and with about, I think it was like 10 minutes, no, it was like 2 minutes before we go to air,
Mm-hmm.
Cole sends this evil little smile gif to me. And I show Brian, and I'm like, we are so screwed for today.
Yep. We're screwed.
And literally, just as we're getting ready to bounce out for the show, again, like 2 minutes before we're gonna bounce out, I hear the pop backstage of someone popping in. I look down. I'm like, we're not done yet. And Brian looks down to see what's going on. He literally goes, "Oh fuck, just
Yep.
take us to break." And I'm like, we're going to break.
And it was
Now-
2 minutes of noon.
Yep.
Shane took us to break. We came back, and then
That
y'all saw
happened.
part of it.
Now
That was a clip of 45 minutes that we did of a service.
Yep.
Of gold.
We heard the word two-way player, and since we're going to NFL and we're going to Duval,
Mm-hmm.
I wish you didn't go there.
Oh,
oh
No. No. No.
The NFL gave me a big FU to me.
do I need to go get another propane tank?
I got you. Thanks
know.
to all in the Fanatics feedback zone. And I didn't get a chance to thank Jeffrey Massey for the $3 super sticker that he sent us. And thank you to everybody that that tunes in.
Wait a minute, we got
With
Cartman
the-
Authority in here?
Yes.
Respect
Respect my
Respect my
authority.
authority.
Okay.
I think that's what the NFL said to me.
They gave with
Shane, do me a favor. Go
What?
look at week 7 and tell me what's that 9:30 game for week 7.
Well, let me take a
Ooh,
look
hold on.
real quick.
oh. And while you do that, we're gonna fire up the propane tank one more time.
Oh, I see it. Rams Jags at Wembley.
Who the hell came up with that brilliant idea?
And it's at Wembley.
Wembley.
In London.
Yeah.
Before
The
we
biggest
go on,
stadium, the biggest stadium in Europe belongs in London. Well, it's not even in Europe because London's like the UK is not a part of the European nations anymore, but still.
So you know who you can expect at that one since it is Jags and Rams. You're gonna see Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay up in Wembley.
Yeah,
And they'll say,
along
"F
with the Young
you."
Bucks.
Let's send the Rams to London. You assholes.
See, everyone's finding a particular troll game in their schedules. Ain't just me.
Oh, every game for you is a troll game. But
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
Every game is a troll.
Do
game.
you
I
know
what you want about
how
it?
it feels when you say, "Oh, the Rams are playing the Jaguars"? I mean, it's a road game. Bet I live in Jacksonville. I got a game I can get to go to. Wrong.
No, you got to hop a flight across the body of water.
You got to go across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn Roger Goodell, I want to punch you in your goddamn face right now.
I plan.
Let me know what you do. I want to do it too.
Matter of fact, I want to punch you twice because first of all, your opening night is Cowboys and Eagles.
That's why I want to punch Roger Goodell. That's exactly why I want to punch Roger Goodell right in the nose.
Opening game
is in
with something that they don't normally do. It's usually the best playoff game that previously happened is running back again.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yet they wanted to
And
troll
yet-
us.
They do the team that didn't even make the damn playoffs. Wasn't even considered to make the playoffs.
not after the Lions game. We got destroyed and dismantled.
That's an
As the ring ceremony opener for the Philadelphia.
Man, that's
And the lights will be off at the link.
You think I wanted that?
I was sitting here like,
That's saying a
man,
word.
knowing how the NFL is, if they do anything, Rams Eagles week 1 because there was no better playoff game than that.
True.
And the
True.
majority of the people believe the Rams probably would have won. One if it went for the snow, but it's Philly in January. What do you expect? Anything different? And two, if my rookie center didn't have a gaff in the mind and let Jalen Collar just run right through the middle, right into Matthew Stafford. Outside of that, Eagles whooped everybody else, including the Kansas City Chiefs.
Including the Chiefs.
So that's your opening game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Ric Flair uppercut right there.
And then,
want this?
and then you want to send the Chargers to Brazil.
To Brazil, yes.
Brazil.
Against the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs.
Well, at least they don't wear green.
That's true.
Thank God.
At least neither one of them wear green, so they should be fine with the law.
Thank God.
And then
'Cause Deb talked about that.
You got the Chiefs playing almost every single day of the goddamn week, except for I believe Tuesday and Wednesday. Because they playing that game Friday.
Mm-hmm. They have a Thursday night matchup, I know of.
You already know they got a Thursday night match. You already know they got a Sunday night matchup. You already know they got a Monday night matchup. By the way, Monday. Matter of fact, this was really crazy. You want to know how the NFL trolled the hell out of me? The Rams got to go to London to play the Jaguars. The Chiefs come here on a Monday Night Football. George's team gets to come to my city for a Monday night game, but my team got to go to London
to play the Jaguars.
Dear
We got another
NFL.
3-game murderer's row for our side.
Ah, I see it.
Because we got to take the
5.
Eagles before Thanksgiving, the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and then right after that, we got to take on the damn Lions.
Dear NFL schedulers, use a troll.
This is BS.
Bro!
Wait. Even better. Dear NFL schedulers, and I say that on behalf of everybody in the chat and everybody on this panel, and y'all know where I'm going. Dear NFL schedule, you.
Oh,
exactly.
That works.
Oh, you want to know how more they trolled me even more?
How did they troll you even more, sir?
I got to deal with Cole Johnson opening week.
Rip. Get the tombstones ready.
Opening week.
Right out the gate. Me and Cole Johnson right out the goddamn gate.
Oh yeah, because it's tennis. Because it's
Get the headstones.
Houston.
It's Houston.
Yep. Right out the damn. I'm like, what the hell is this? What?
What the is that?
And they pretty much said, and they just pretty much said, Brian Daboll, you getting fired. That's what we're gonna do. We gonna make sure you get fired.
I think they
look at the Giants schedule. They say we gonna make sure you get fired.
We gonna make sure Brian Daboll gets fired.
We make sure you get fired because we need you out of New York. Okay, this ain't working.
Dear Brian Daboll,
you're fired. Yes,
that's what the NFL did to him.
Yep. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Let's look at the Giants schedule.
Oh God, I already looked at it.
Let's look at the Giants schedule, and I'm looking at it right now. And
Yep,
that's all I have to say.
Game 1, Washington. That's an L.
Game 1, they play the Washington Redskins. Game 2, they play the Dallas Cowboys. Week 3, in the Meadowlands,
they take on the Chiefs,
the Kansas City Chiefs,
and that's a Sunday night game.
Yep.
And why is they on Sunday night?
Because it's Kansas City.
Because it's Kansas City.
Why is the Giants on Sunday night? The Giants never need to be in prime time.
Week 4,
Giants don't need to.
I need to say the same thing about the Cowboys, but it's the damn Cowboys, so I can't say that.
Right?
Oh, you can.
Man, the Giants don't need to be on after 4 o'clock.
Week 4, they play the San Diego Chargers. Then they go to New Orleans. They host the world champion Eagles on Thursday night in a short turnaround.
On Prime, for that matter.
On Prime. Then they go to Denver. Then they go to Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And then they see the 49ers in week 9.
That's a mistake.
Troll job.
Week 10, they go to Chicago.
They go to face the Bears.
That will be a scoreless tie.
No, I won't. The Bears are getting shut out. Week 11, they host
the scoreless tie.
Week 11, they host the Packers. Week 12 is oh boy,
Detroit.
They face the Lions. Week 13, they go to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Week 13, they go to New England.
Monday night game, we're gonna kick that ass.
No, you
won't.
Why
is y'all on Monday night? What did y'all do to be on Monday night?
Again, I'm not the one that created this damn schedule, but thank you for giving us a Monday night game. We deserve one. Thank you. We gonna kick their ass.
In week 14.
I ain't saying nothing.
Wait, a bye in week 14. Week 15, which I think will be Daboll's swan song as they host the Redskins. 16 against the Vikings. 17, their last road trip of the year with an interim coach. They go to Vegas. And week 18, it's them.
It's them.
I'll tell you, look,
and 17, week 17 and 18 are both flex games, by the way.
By that time,
that's Austin.
By that time, we'll be mathematically eliminated, so I don't care.
Like I said, the NFL said we just gonna make sure Brian Daboll gets fired.
Yep.
What you just said, I heard maybe 2 wins.
Maybe 2 in Chicago.
Maybe. No, they go over the season with 2 ties.
Like, okay, we gonna make sure
y'all gonna make
Daboll gets out of New York. That's rule number 1.
Y'all
Point number 2 is
well,
we got Jerry Jones here, so you gotta give him prime time slot. So
of course.
I didn't ask for that, all right.
So, hey Jerry, you want the opening night game against the Eagles since it's like your biggest rivalry?
Hold on.
Right, I do.
Hold on. I didn't ask for that, all right.
No, that's Gerald Jack Daniels asking for that one.
Mr. Jack Daniel Jones.
And since we got Playmaker here, let's look at the Rams schedule. Out of the gate, they see the Strouds in Los Angeles.
Rip.
And that's a primetime game. That's a 425 game. I might have to peek in on that game. Week 2, they go beat the hell out of Cam Ward. And then week 3 happens. in Philadelphia. And I'll repeat Playmaker's statement. Eagles and Rams was the best playoff game last year, all the way through.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
And funny thing is, that game is not in prime time. Why?
That's a new
I don't
game.
know. You can, and unfortunately, they can't flex that game, which is
Then you
pissing me off
have-
because I'd love to see those two in prime time.
And that's what I got to call two
No,
of Playmakers
and then-
games.
Yeah, I have two. I have to call 3 of Playmakers games because week 4.
Oh yeah, you have 2 Niner games, 2 Niner
Yeah.
games, and one Colts game.
Because the Colts have to go to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yikes.
Dr. K, but your team have to take this ass with him. Your team have
You
to
will
take
do
this
the
ass
same thing if that should not happen. And I don't know how this game is going to go. We don't know. And Matt Taylor's going to get back to me soon. I have several requests. I want you to do a preview with me from the Rams perspective. And if you're not working, hell, I may drag you in the booth to call that game. And then on top of that,
a short week for
that's
us.
a 7-game week. That's a 7-game week for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got 3. I got this one, and then I got the 49ers game. And Thursday night.
Round 1.
Rams from Los Angeles.
Round 1.
So y'all know this is going to be full. You also know this is going to be full. And to make sure I get through it with my voice intact, this is going to be filled 3 times. Then the Rams get 10 days off. And then they go to Baltimore.
That's an
Really?
ass whooping.
NFL? Really, NFL? Really?
Derrick Henry gonna go off with 350.
And that game is not in prime time either.
No, it's not. And then you're going to force the Rams to wake up early.
Go see Will Ospreay.
No, we got the Saints after that.
Oh, the Saints.
No, we do got Jazz after that.
Yeah, you got the Jags and you got the bye
You
week.
got to force them to wake
That was
up
7.
early at Wembley Stadium. Then they get a bye in week 8. They host
Will
New Orleans in
Ospreay.
week 9 in Los Angeles. Week 10, it's the second round with the 49ers.
I'm gonna hate week 10. I'm gonna hate week 10. This fiber in my being.
Wait. Why?
No, I hate week 10.
What day is week 10?
November 9th.
That's the day after my birthday.
Oh,
Dude, I've got to deal
Hey.
with week 4 being the day after my birthday. The fuck you complaining
hey,
about?
both of y'all don't get to complain because guess what I got to deal with on my birthday? Not the day after, but the day of my birthday.
Cowboys and Redskins.
Yes,
I'm sorry for your loss.
I ain't
I
looking
don't
for
think
that.
I don't think Victor understands. That means Saturday is my birthday. That means my Gators gotta play.
Ooh, the
Victor,
Gators.
Victor understands more than you think. Saturday, is the Gators schedule? Hold on a minute. We're gonna do a double play here.
Is the Gators?
I've
schedule?
researched.
So Florida plays on your birthday,
Florida
and
plays
then the
on my
day
birthday.
after that,
It's the Rams.
your team comes
It's
to
the
Santa
Rams.
Clara.
And guess what? What usually happens, I get a split, and it usually is not the split that I want.
It's not.
Because the last time this happened, we went to go celebrate my birthday down in close to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area.
Mm-hmm.
That's the year when we actually got Matthew Stafford. That's the first year. We got
Right.
him.
Right.
Well, but that's that Sunday night where Snowman called that Tennessee game.
Yes. Yes, I did.
And what happened in that game?
Oh boy.
And that was leading into my birthday. That was only 30 minutes before the clock hit midnight for November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So
The Rams got socked in the mouth.
You can tell how I felt.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, I did.
looking at the schedule, the Gators are on the road to Kentucky. So,
That damn team in Santa Clara.
They go to Kentucky. They go to Commonwealth Stadium on November 8th.
Oh, great. Now I
That's
gotta
what
figure out
coined the
which
phrase,
team's
that damn team in Santa Clara.
Wait, what?
Kentucky on November 8th at Kentucky.
Yes.
What time is that game?
To be
That
determined.
is to be determined. They haven't announced the time yet.
That better not be a night game. I'm gonna be pissed.
That's gonna be a night game. I almost
that
guarantee.
Now watch what happens. Watch what happens because the playmaker said that. Because the playmaker
It's
said
gonna
that.
be a night.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be a
be a 7
night
o'clock
game.
game. It's gonna be a 7 o'clock game.
It's gonna be a 7 o'clock game.
At least it ain't LSU.
No, but the week before that, you got to face Georgia.
Oh, I already know that. That's like automatic. That's like I already know. That's the week before my birthday.
Yeah, and we all know Florida's gonna get their ass handed to them.
I don't know. It depends. It depends because we should have won last year, but we lost our quarterback in the second quarter. So,
yeah, not to mention 2 interceptions saved Georgia's ass.
Say that last part again.
2 interceptions saved Georgia's ass.
The key word he says saved.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not what I'll say it out loud. They saved Georgia's ass because Florida was putting belt to ass in that game. And then 2 interceptions happened, turned into 14 points, and that's ball game. Now, while we're looking at schedules, let's look at the schedule for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh boy.
And Droid just about put his head through the wall.
You're already going to Brazil right out the gate. So
let's look at this cake schedule.
Let's look at the schedule.
I don't know if it's a case schedule, to be honest with you.
Let's see.
At the Kansas City Chiefs. And the look
Droid,
get your punk ass back up here, Droid.
Boy, get your ass back up here.
I think I'm good back here.
I'll do the honors, George. I'll do the honors. San Pablo, Friday night, September 5th, not at 8 p.m. on YouTube, by the way. YouTube is actually carrying the game.
That might not be a bad game, though. Chiefs and
Chiefs
Chargers.
and Chargers.
That may be one I look at. That may be one I look at.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, NFL that say, you know what? We ain't gonna wait too long. Let's go ahead and have the Super Bowl rematch.
Run it back. Yep.
Run it back.
Right in Arrowhead, the home opener, the team that actually stopped you from winning the championship. And then they say, you know what? We should. I kind of feel bad that we're doing that week 2. So week 3, we'll give you a Sunday night game. You'll be at the Meadowlands and you get to take on the Giants.
Belt to ass.
But we are the NFL and we do love ratings and headlines. So Lamar Jackson, come on back out to Kansas City.
The Ravens. That's another game I'd look at too.
Oh, and after that, then y'all can invite Jared Goff and company for another Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they stopped loading the front part of this for Kansas City.
Yeah, let's not forget week 5. KC goes down on a Monday night to visit Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks down in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
And then they hit the road on Sunday, week 6, to go to the Motor City.
Mm-hmm. Take on the Lions. That'll be a good game.
No, that's in Kansas City.
No, that's in Kansas City. Okay.
That's in Kansas City. Then you host the Raiders for the first time.
That's a beating.
That's a beat down.
That's a beating.
It should be.
Matter of fact, that's this.
But we're not done. We're not done.
Nope.
You haven't met Jaden Daniels yet, so let's do it on a Monday night in Arrowhead.
Washington.
You haven't met Jaden Daniels yet, so we want to introduce Patrick Mahomes to Jaden Daniels. Let's do it on a Monday night. Solo game. Everybody can see. And then after that, take y'all fly up to West New York. Why don't you?
Take on the Buffalo Bills.
Take on the Buffalo Bills.
We'll give you a bye week. We'll give you a bye week right there.
We'll give you a chance to recover.
They take on Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Endeavored.
Bold picks.
And them horses want revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Badly. But after that, we'll bring in Anthony Richardson. I don't think Patrick Mahomes met Anthony Richardson yet, so we'll have them two meet the following week in Kansas City. And then
pass.
Patrick Mahomes, how you feel about playing on Thanksgiving?
Pass.
You feel good about playing on Thanksgiving? Since you feel good on playing on Thanksgiving, Jim Nance and Tony Romo will be on the call. So we're gonna send you down to Arlington, Texas.
Pass. No, I don't want it.
Victor, you better load up on turkey because you might want to sleep through this game.
Oh, I'm not gonna be at my mom's house. I'm not gonna watch anyway.
That's your 4:30 game, by the way.
They gotta take on Houston.
Listen. I'm gonna be with family. We gonna be eating.
Thank you.
But
then I'm gonna call Victor once we win the game.
I'm not answering.
You best answer.
I'm not answering.
You two are going to be fighting, and I am going to be sound asleep.
Listen,
we're going to hear about this
fighting
on the Friday, right?
Because here's the thing you forget about me and Victor: win or lose, we don't care.
That's true.
Wait a minute. Aren't we taking Thanksgiving week off again like we did last year?
Probably.
Okay.
No, there's no December 4th like it was this year.
No, and I'm not planning on it either. Finish Playmaker. Playmaker, keep going.
Sunday night, CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes get together at Arrowhead.
We smack
900 yards.
We smack him again.
900 yards of offense. That'll be 900 yards of offense.
Listen, Cole Johnson, run it back.
And then Jim Harbaugh, and he makes his trip to Arrowhead for round 2.
I'll be at that game.
Then you go to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. That'll be the game where Cole Johnson will be laughing his ass off.
Yes, and yes.
Thursday night, the Broncos coming to town.
Oh dear.
And then you close it out at Vegas, which nobody cares.
No,
it's
the Raiders.
It's the Raiders.
Yeah.
Listen, today, there's only 2 things that matter right now. AFC Bournemouth's home closing match of the Premier League season, which is today at 2. And my Panthers and my co-host of Growth Sports, Blake's Hurricanes, duking it out tonight. But ain't nobody gonna be watching because why is the T-Wolves and Thunder game gotta be on the same day, man? Come on.
I would troll Droid even further, but we got to get out of here. Oh man, Playmaker, always a pleasure to have you on, my friend.
Thank you again,
We
Playmaker,
appreciate
for all
you.
the knowledge.
No problem. Don't be ducking me, man.
I'm not.
Don't be ducking me.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. And, oh, by the way, get your kicks on Route 66, Panthers in 6. Bye. Oilers and Stars tomorrow. Oilers and Stars tomorrow, and JJ Neely will join us. See you later.